I spent the whole night like that with doctors running in and out of the room, and you know, they were like, oh, do you want an epidural? You should, you know, get it. And I mean, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get it because I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go, if I'm gonna go for another 24 hours. I didn't know what was happening, what was gonna happen. So they gave me my epidural, and then they started me on Pitocin again. And sure enough, when they put me on Pitocin again, Jackson's heart rate started acting real funny again, and they took it right off. I had one of the MFM doctors come in, and she told me that as soon as they empty the operation room, they were going to try me on Pitocin again. And I looked at her like, why? You know, I mean, I was so tired, but I was like, why do I have to wait for you guys to finish, you know, this the C-section, to have both rooms empty before you bring me in, or start me on Pitocin again? And she was trying to explain to me that that just in case his heart rate started acting funny, they would have to send me in for an emergency C-section. So sure enough, just as she said, they tried me on Pitocin again. His heart rate went really, really down. They unplugged all the monitors, threw them on the bed, rushed me into the operating room, and started the whole C-section process. They literally didn't even have time to throw, do you know how they have that blue thing that they hold over your face so that you don't see anything that's going on? They just threw it over my head. Like, it was just so, I've never seen so many people in such a commotion trying to get something done. The doctor was like, you know, can you feel this? Like poking and pricking me everywhere to see what was numb and what was not from the epidural. And I had like literally half of my body was numb and the other half wasn't. And I'm talking about like left side was numb or not numb, and the other right side was not. So I could feel everything on one side. And the doctor's like, can you feel this? I'm like, no. Can you feel this? Yes. I almost think that she thought that I was more scared than anything when I was saying, yes, I feel that. Because then she's like, what do you feel? I'm like, I could feel you cutting my skin on my left side or something. And right as I said that, she screamed, put her to sleep. And literally, I don't remember anything after that, because they knocked me out completely to get Jackson out. Now, this was like around 12:45 on Monday the 12th. And at 12:49 p.m., Jackson was born. And honestly, it was just all a big fog for me. I remember opening my eyes, and they put Jackson in front of me, and I gave him a big kiss, and I knocked out again. And then I remember crying because I didn't see him come out the way, you know, I didn't have the delivery and the labor that I had wanted, you know. I had spent 9 months envisioning, you know, me pushing and you know, Jackson coming out and Arturo being there to cut the umbilical cord and my sister recording, and none of that happened. It was just, you know, just, sorry, my dog came in. It was just totally the opposite of what I had envisioned. But nonetheless, I had a healthy baby, and that's really what I wanted. I was in the room recovering, and I was there for 4 hours, and I had not seen my baby, and I was just crying to the nurses, please, 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 I just want to see my baby. And luckily my sister was there with me, calming me down, and Arturo was with the baby. He had not left the baby's side, which was nice. And I was just so nervous because I thought something wrong had happened, and Arturo was awesome enough to send me videos through the iPhone, so I was able to see Jackson through video. Even though I couldn't hold him, I was able to see him, and that was nice as well. And another nice thing was that when I went into the room after I was done in recovery, Arturo was able to bring in the baby, so it was kind of nice. Instead of having the nurses bring him in, I had Arturo bring him in. So yeah, so that was my labor. It was crazy, crazy, crazy. I felt them cutting me in the beginning, but nothing at the moment really hurt because I was so nervous. But yeah, it was just crazy. I never would have thought that I would have had a labor like that, and now it's almost like I have to think about it when I'm gonna have another baby, because, you know, do I want to have a C-section? Do I want to have a vaginal birth after a C-section? It's just crazy. But my baby is here. He's been here for 2.5 months, and he's a happy, healthy little boy. He was born 6 pounds, 12 ounces. He went all the way down to 6 pounds, 2 ounces before we left the hospital. We were there for 5 days. And now that's another thing. I hear a lot of moms that have C-sections are home in like 3 days. They kept me there for 5 days. And I couldn't have been more pleased with just everything. All the attention I received from the nurses and doctors, and I'm happy. I was happy, and yeah, that's my labor and delivery story for you.